Okay, like I said, thank you all for coming. Uh, so first, just a quick overview of what we're going to be going over. This meeting is not going to be too long. We're going to try to keep it around 30 minutes to 45 minutes even. I don't know. But it's probably going to be less than an hour. So um, just a quick overview of what we're going to be talking about. Just the general outline of the semester. So first of all, we have the rocket engine project. First meeting for that is actually on Friday. So if you're interested in that, we're going to be doing that at 7 p.m. on Friday this week. And as it says, we're going to try to enter the design phase of our rocket engine, meaning a conceptual design. We're going to be starting, though, in the research phase still. We're still compiling different sources and whatnot. We're going to try to actually have a proper sub-team organization by the end of the semester as well, so we can actually start like designing different components. The RAD workshops, we have, as it says, aerodynamic structures and design. This is the bread and butter of what RAD has been in the past. If you guys aren't familiar with what RAD is, it's something that we've done every year, and it's always something a little bit different. But this year, we have somebody who's going to be talking about that later on in the presentation. And not only just the regular aerodynamic structures and design stuff, but we also have the second bullet point here, this aerial robotics thing, which is a completely new concept. It's going to be similar to other RAD workshops, but it's going to be completely focused on aerial robotics. So we have Audie talking about that later on as well. For CAD workshops, we're continuing the CAD workshops, and we're also continuing PAD, but for some reason we didn't put that in here. But we're continuing all the workshops. But for CAD, this year the goal has been set to be a CSWA exam preparation, and then we're going to talk about the launch parties. Again, we're just going to do monthly. It's very casual. If you've been to them, yeah, well, welcome back, and we're going to be continuing those because they have a pretty positive reception, and yeah. Okay, so here's our officers, pictures of everyone. So I guess now we can do some introductions. I am David. I'm the president of UTDAAA. I'm pretty much here. Like what I do is I sort of just communicate with people about like certain events. But yeah, that's pretty much all I do. So, and if you have any questions, you can always contact me. You can email me. Um, I know I emailed you because I sent out the mass email, so you have my email. So yeah, and then Hadi, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. My name is Adi. I'm a senior mechanical engineering major, and I'm graduating this semester as well. So pretty excited. I'm the vice president of AIAA. I've been involved with this organization for the last almost 4 years, and it has helped me a lot over learning a bunch of stuff outside class, as well as make a lot of new friends. And as far as tasks go, besides like administrative stuff, I try to get myself involved with a lot of workshops, trying to lead one of them this semester. I was part of CAD Workshops last semester. So yeah, looking forward to meeting y'all in the workshops as well. I'm not sure if we have Andy with us, but I guess Jared, if you want to introduce as well.
Okay, I don't think Jared is here, or he might be busy, but okay. I am Basil Jazar. I'm one of the CAD leaders. We will be talking more about the CAD workshops in one of the future slides, but um, I'm a mechanical engineering student, and I'm a sophomore right now. And I've been in this organization since my first year, so it's been about like a year and a half now, and I think this organization is a good opportunity to grow your skill sets and grow professionally, and grow, build your connections with friends, and you know you get to hear a few things here and there. But yeah, that's about me. And the other CAD leader is Dan Bozarian. I mean, sorry for butchering it.
Yeah, I can go ahead and introduce myself also. So I'm the other CAD leader. My name is Dan, and I'm a sophomore mechanical engineering major. I also joined AIAA my freshman year, and this the past semester and this semester I'm going to be helping with the workshops. So if you're interested in building up your CAD skills like SolidWorks, becoming proficient in mechanical design, you can speak to me or Basil about that. Another thing about me is that I do research here in a renewable energy lab, which is with wind turbines, and that's kind of where I got my interest in aerospace. So if you have any questions about that, you can also reach out to me.
Okay, and I don't think Abdul is here, but hey everyone, my name is Elisa Thomas, and I am a senior electrical engineering major, and I'm one of the pad leaders. I'll be hosting Matlab workshops for y'all this semester, so I look forward to that.
Hey guys, my name is Raul, and I'm one of the rad leaders. I'm the primary rad leader, and I'm a second year mechanical engineering major. And I've been in rad since my freshman year, so I know everything about it. So I'm super excited to be leading it this semester. And rad is super important if you want to go into the aerospace industry, because we're really going to talk about the principles of aerospace.
All right. Hey guys, my name is Eric Wynn. I'm a junior mechanical engineering major. Now, funny thing is that I actually plan on moving to UT to actually do aerospace for this year, but I decided to stay behind. And I'm going to be getting my master's degree over here in mechanical engineering. I'm the media manager, and I'm usually in charge of photography and videography.
All right, thank you guys for introducing yourselves. My mic was muted earlier when I was trying to say this, so if there's an awkward pause, that's why. Andy is the treasurer. She's not here. And then Jared is the secretary, also not here, busy with something.
I'm here.
Wait, who's? Oh, Jared, you're here?
I was thinking. Hi, I'm the secretary. I run launch parties, which you'll hear about later, as well as just helping with general organization of the group. And yeah, bye. Nice to meet y'all.
Okay, thanks, Jared. I'm sorry. Well, okay, now that introductions are over, we can move into the technical workshops. So we are continuing RAD, CAD, and PAD from last year. We're going to continue doing that. It's the same structure, but the topics are going to be slightly different. But I'll leave that up to the individual workshop leaders to talk about more in depth. If you're not familiar with our workshop structure, this is what it is. This is what it's been since fall 2020. We have 3 different sub workshops, and they're not just like one workshop. It's like a series of workshops. So RAD is this series. It's its own like topics. CAD is a series about SolidWorks and possibly something else, but depending on what the details are. And then PAD is a series that was originally intended for programming. This year we're going to be focusing on MATLAB. So again, we'll get into more of the details of that in just a second. Okay, so starting with RAD, Raul, did you want to talk about this?
Yeah, so I run RAD, and RAD is pretty much an introduction to aerospace principles. Like, for instance, in our first RAD session, what we're going to talk about is we'll go over the semester. Like, over the course of the semester, you will be doing a project where you'll apply all these concepts. But in the first session, I'll introduce you guys to thermodynamical principles, lift and drag principles, and you'll use this all to work towards a project that I'll assign you. But as far as RAD, if you want to go into aerospace or do anything more detailed for AIAA, I think it's really important that you go through rad because you'll be introduced to these principles that'll make it easier to work with the other groups because you'll have already learned the concepts like drag, lift, etc.
Okay, so thank you, Raul, for the introduction on RAD. Hadi, if you wanted to talk about your thing?
Yeah. So, hey everyone, I'm Adi. I'm back. And this semester, we'll have another addition to RAD, which is the Aerial Robotics Workshop series. Um, I'm planning to cover starting out with like quad rotor kinematics and go through the entire derivation of how you get to the controls part of a quad rotor. And from there on, we can move on to controls and optimization part. And I can show you all a bunch of algorithms on how you can work towards optimizing certain parameters. A few important parts of aerial robotics or robotics in general is path planning and motion planning. As you can see on the picture on the right, path planning is basically you plan out a given trajectory for your robot or vehicle to follow. And then motion planning is what kind of velocities and motion envelope that the particular robot have. And lastly, I will be looking more into sensors, different kind of sensors that go onto these mobile robots. And yeah, so basically the goal of this whole series was to give a brief introduction of aerial robotics with a general robotics approach. And it will be kind of a lecture kind of series, but more interactive, definitely. Unfortunately, since we cannot meet in person, we won't have something hands-on. But still, I would highly recommend attending to learn more about stuff that you probably don't learn in the general mechanical engineering or engineering coursework. And yep, the tentative schedule is I'm planning to have 5 workshops. They'll be on Thursdays. And I have this sign up sheet right here, or probably an interest form. And it also has an option to choose what time you might prefer. And depending on the majority of responses, I'll pick a time for these workshops on Thursdays. All right, thank you.
All right, I'm going to leave this up for like a few seconds. Okay, and again, if you haven't like had time to fill this out or whatever, I will be recording this and also sharing the slides in somewhere in the Discord. Just look at the official content channel later, and you can come back here anytime and sign up whenever you want. So, okay, now moving into the CAD workshops.
Hey, so we're going to be talking about the CAD workshops now, and a quick summary about what we do in CAD is we go over the basics and a little bit into the intermediate level of SolidWorks, and we try to we go over all the topics are going to be covered in the certification exam that SolidWorks has, and you'll be hopefully by the end of this semester ready to take the SolidWorks certification exam, which is the CSWA exam. And just we're planning to have 4 sessions, and as you can see in the screen, the first session will be basically the introduction of sketching, and basic tools like boss extrude and boss cuts features. The second second session, we're gonna go over patterns, materials, and mass properties and reference geometry. And the following 3 sessions will go over a little bit more in detail, in depth of different other features, and we will be going over practice exams and practice problems. And another thing that is cool in this workshop is that we get to look at engineering drawings and try to understand engineering drawings, because that is a powerful tool to have in the engineering field in general. And I'll hand up the rest to the other CAD workshop leader, Dan. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, so definitely suggest that if you're interested in like solid modeling or anything, even if you don't have any experience, you should definitely fill out our interest form and attend the workshops because you can gain a lot of good skills by doing this. And having that certification is like an actual proof that you're proficient in the SolidWorks software. So it could look good for resume as well. But yeah, if you're even at all interested in these workshops, make sure to fill out this form. You don't have to have any experience, and you don't even have to have SolidWorks installed. We can get that situated for you.
And again, I'm going to leave this up for a few seconds. Thank you guys for the introduction. Okay, moving on. Again, if you haven't had a chance to fill this out, it will be on the slides that will be posted, so you can do it later. Okay, so we have Lisa, who's running the CAD workshops for this year.
Okay, so I will be running the Matlab workshop for this semester. I'm planning on having 3 workshops this semester, so one in the month of February, and then one in March and one in April, if I find that there's a lot of interest for that one. So we'll start off with just the basics of MATLAB, like an introduction. We'll be using MATLAB online, so you won't even have to download it to your computer, so you'll save a bunch of space, which is nice. So that introduction will be all about how to get set up, the basic syntax and calculations that you can do in MATLAB. And then after that, we'll go into the intermediate workshop, which will have more practical applications of MATLAB, like plotting graphs or modeling systems in MATLAB, because that's mostly what it's used for. And if there's enough interest, there'll be an advanced workshop where we'll be using specialized toolboxes. So MATLAB has a ton of these. And there's actually an aerospace toolbox that we can look into if y'all want. So there's my contact information if you have any questions about the MATLAB workshops. But if you go to the next slide, David, there's a form like all the other CAD workshops. So if you're interested in attending the MATLAB workshops, go ahead and sign that, scan that QR code and let us know. And then I'll be in touch with you on the next steps.
Okay, thank you. And I'll again leave this up for about 30 seconds. So fill it out, or once again, if you don't fill it out right now, you can always choose to fill it out later. All these QR codes is essentially interest forms. So there's nothing like committal about this. It's we're just gauging, how interested you guys are in this. So that's pretty much it. Okay, so moving past the technical side into some other just random miscellaneous things. First of all, launch parties. So Jared is apparently here. I don't know if. Well, Jared does the launch parties, so I guess I can introduce them. We have basically every week or every 2 weeks or every month, in fact, is the case, what we're planning to do right now. So once a month, we're going to be having, basically people get on Discord on a call and talk about a specific like thing, a launch of a rocket, It might be a new plane with a new technology or something like that. And these are really just a very casual, fun thing. People come on for like an hour and then just chat about something they see. But there is a sort of structure to them. Like each week we'll have a specific topic and a short presentation to go along with it. So we're basically talking about something that's relevant to aerospace while at the same time just having a little bit of fun and getting to know other people basically. So yeah, these are really successful last year. I actually went to a couple. They're really fun, and I'm excited to be continuing them in the next semester. And there will be a poll to determine the best time. Last year we had them on Tuesday, and we moved them because it turns out Tuesday is kind of a busy day for a lot of people. So we're going to be reassessing what times will work for everybody. So if you guys are interested in that, please do fill out the form, which will be sent later. It's not actually in the presentation right now, along with a few other forms that we'll be looking out for. Okay, next up we have something that I really wanted to see a little more last year, but we didn't really get a chance to do any much of professional development side of things. So this year, to streamline it, we're going to be merging all of the professional development stuff into CAGE. CAGE is, well, we didn't really do it last year, but this year what is going to be is we're going to be trying to do a lot of professional development stuff, because this isn't in this aerospace club, we're really interested not only in just learning the concepts, but also applying them and helping people in their careers and stuff. So possible events, we're going to be doing resume workshops, possibly just people get together, share their resumes, and give each other advice, And if one of you guys is interested in leading one of those or just being a part of that, that's giving other people advice, and you've had a successful internship or have a job or something, we would love to have you at one of these. Now, these events are not really planned out per se right now, but this is just ideas, and hopefully we'll at least see some next semester, if not this semester, some of this stuff. The second bullet point, I put company or industry exploration. I don't really know what else to call it. Basically, it's if there's a company people are interested in, or an industry, just the industry of aerospace overall. And this is an aerospace-focused club, but we have other majors and other interests in here as well. And also a lot of companies work in multiple industries at once. So there's a lot of different things we could talk about, but basically it's just I, for one, I would want to know about a specific company, but I don't want to just look up on their website and go through all that. Sometimes I'd like to have somebody else who knows about it, or somebody have a presentation without having to go to all the official events. So just getting together, talking about networking, talking about strategies for resumes, and talking about potentially some great opportunities for advancing people's career, for internships and all that stuff. And then we haven't really done any of that, but besides all of that, we do have we are at UTD, and they have their own career fairs and stuff. So if nothing else, we will just be focused on getting people there, getting people to the career events, and just helping people, even if we don't do anything ourselves, put on our own events, just know about the resources that UTD already provides. So yeah, professional development, it's something that we haven't really done. In my view, we haven't really done enough of it, and I really want to see a lot more of that front this year, and especially in the fall, when we'll have this way more planned out. And I hope you guys feel the same way. Speaking of that, leadership. So there's a few positions that we still have that are vacant. This is the same slide from last year. I just realized. Okay, so basically it's going to be the exact same process as last year, where there's going to be an interest form. This is going to be around March for applying for the next semester in fall 2021. So be looking out for that, but that's not going to be until sometime in March. But anyone's allowed to, anyone's able to apply, and everybody who applies will be considered based on their merit, right? So yeah, we have an open officer position though right now. So besides all of the leadership that's going to be going into fall 2021, we basically have a cage captain position essentially open. So we're going to be having a sort of a lightning round of applications for this. That survey, if you're interested at all in the cage side of stuff and like, heading the professional development efforts, planning resume workshops, planning events, if you've had like internship experience or something, then you're like a prime candidate for this. But anybody who's interested in like organizing this stuff, I encourage you all to apply. Again, this is going to be for spring 2021, so this is like going to be a pretty fast process. So after this meeting, I'm going to be sending out the form if you're interested in applying for cage captain. So yeah, those of you who are interested in that, like I said, please apply. We'd love to have as many applicants as possible. And I know there's some great people out there who aren't in the officer team yet, and this will be considered an officer, by the way. But yeah, just that's open. Okay, and I'll pass it over to Eric for a quick word on the media management team.
Okay, yeah, we got some quick update. So we got 2 new media officers. That would be Jack Lee. He is specializing in web development. And we got Trevor Waldron doing graphic design. And I just realized this, but I did not apply the permissions to you guys on Discord. So I am sorry about that. The website, it's been out actually, aiautd.com, but it's filled with pre-COVID information. So all of the 2019, 2020 year stuff. What we're doing right now is we're prioritizing the tech development workshops and implementing a database system for our website. So stay tuned for that. For graphics design, we're working on new logos and posters, and they will be coming soon for different workshops.
Okay, that's it for the meeting. Thank you guys for showing up. It's a pleasure having you here. If you guys have any questions or just want to make any just clarify any remarks or anything like that, now would be the time to do so. But if not, yeah, we don't really have anything else. This is the last slide. So again, thanks for coming. Have a wonderful evening, everyone.
Just to add, I'll be in the RAD. The RAD voice calls. So if anyone has any questions about aerial robotics or RAD, feel free to hop on.
Yeah, and I'll stay in the call for a couple more minutes and however long, just to answer questions and stuff.
No one has permission to speak in here, so we can move on to the room 1, 2, and 3 chat.
Okay, sounds good. I'll be in room. Yeah, I'll just be in one of those.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna end the recording now. So, any questions? Yeah, we'll just not be on the recording.